I just received the Pulsar TenZ Signature Edition through the early access link that was floating around, which has since sold out. The global full release of this new TenZ design shape will happen on April 14th, so if you're interested in picking it up, mark your calendars. I'm going to give my first impressions for now, and a full review will come later after I've had some time with it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the full review. Out of the box, you'll get the mouse, an 8K dongle, a USB-C cable, a TenZ card and sticker, and a set of dot skates. So the shape is designed by TenZ for his personal grip, and it seems to be an excellent shape primarily for palm claw. I'm now primarily a fingertip player, but palm claw was the grip I mained for years before switching. It feels like a wide variety of grip positionings can feel comfortable, however I do have to shift my grip forward to be able to effectively use the side buttons. They're pretty far forward on this mouse. Sides of the mouse slant inward a bit as you travel down the side of the mouse, and I think it feels great in this design. You also have a nice big hump for palm support. Speaking of side buttons, the shape of these buttons is excellent. I hope Pulsar can use this button shape on more products because I think this style of button just overall feels better than the more oval, rounded designs. They're flatter and have a nice angular profile. If your claw grip happens to sit more toward the rear of the mouse, you may find you have to shift your grip forward a bit like I did, or at the very least move your thumb forward a bit. With my normal palm claw grip, I found I can only realistically actuate the back side button. The actual click is fairly light with good click feedback, and there is a small bit of post travel in the side buttons. Left and right click are using the Pulsar optical switches, and this implementation is probably the best optical switch feel in a plastic mouse I've come across. They're extremely light and spammable with nice big buttons which should be reachable with just about any grip as long as your hand isn't very small. The clicks feel pretty light even at the very rear of the buttons, but as you get more toward the front end of the buttons, they get even more light. There's quite a bit of post travel in these, so if you're someone bothered by post travel, you may have to tune the clicks a bit. Scrolling through the steps feels nice with pretty firm feedback through each step. The scroll click is a little heavy in my opinion, and I'm curious to see if this will feel lighter after it's been broken in a bit. We're not talking batch 1 Akitsu heavy, but it's not as light as some of my other mice. I would describe it as a medium heaviness. You'll get DPI and pulling rate buttons on the bottom of the mouse, and the pulling rate goes up to 8K. You also get settings for LOD and motion sync. The sensor is Pulsar's own XS1 and is an extremely good performing sensor. Be warned that right now it seems that setting the DPI to anything other than the standard steps will cause the sensor to feel buggy, but this has already been responded to in feedback and will likely be fixed in a firmware update. If you set a custom DPI and your mouse feels weird, I'd recommend setting it back to the factory DPI settings and just switching between those. Between those. The Pulsar TenZ Signature Edition is so far the best feeling shape I've felt for palm claw. You may have to alter your grip to reach the side buttons, but even my altered grip feels extremely comfortable. I expect this one to sell a lot of units, and I'm not sure how much stock will be within the first batch. Make sure you're ready on April 14th. My full review will follow after I've had some time with the mouse. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more.